welcome back. And if you joined us today a little late, I want to say that we are enjoying some wonderful American music, Barbershop Quartet singing. And we have the Cord Street Boys here. And they sing all over the upstate of South Carolina, and they also appear in competition. And I'm going to quickly reintroduce the gentleman who came to be with us today, John Connors, Dave Boyd, Tim Sumerel, and Jim Fannin. Okay, I got it all right. All right. Now, who chooses what you sing? And you must rehearse regularly.
Every week on Monday.
And where do you rehearse?
We rehearse at the Duncan United Methodist Church.
Okay, so you all have to come from wherever
from
to
wherever
Duncan.
to Duncan, yep. And the music we sing, most of the arrangements are available through the society. And our music director, assistant director, and the music committee that we have pick the songs that we're going to sing.
So do you do have some say then in what music you decide you want to sing?
Yes.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
And then as far as the quartet's concerned, we pick the music we're going to sing.
All right.
And we get some help. One of the fellows at the chapter is a marvelous arranger, and he often arranges songs for our quartet.
Okay. Now, you sing in the upstate. Statewide in South Carolina, there must be quite a few barbershop quartet groups.
Well, we think there's about 19 chapters or choruses in South Carolina, and probably 25 or 6 in North Carolina.
Now, what do you have to do? Do you all have to be good musicians and trained musicians, or maybe somebody out there is thinking, oh, I'd love to do that, or I know somebody that would really enjoy that. How do they go about it?
Mostly, can you carry a tune? You don't have to be a trained musician. You don't have to read music, but you do need to be able to carry a tune at least.
You have to love to sing.
Exactly.
That's the first thing. And we do have a phone number, and I think we have a website. If anybody out there is interested, you're welcome to call, right?
You bet.
And of course, that's 864-384-8093. And I'll keep the information here. But when you go out and appear, you get a lot of invitations. You could stay busy, I imagine, many nights out of the week. You go to nursing homes, churches.
Churches, church suppers, birthday parties, corporate events. We get particularly busy at Valentine's time.
Yeah, and I love your hearts
Christmas
on
time.
the tie. That's
Isn't that nice?
sharp.
Huh?
Yes.
Now, John, don't forget about the anniversary that we sang from overseas for the soldier.
What was that?
Well, last year, a fellow who was serving in, I think it was
Afghanistan.
yes. And he called, someone here gave him the number to call for a singing Valentine.
Oh.
And my wife took the call, and we arranged for Quartet to sing to his wife at the Marriott Hotel in Spartanburg. And he didn't know about it. So Quartet showed up and sang to her. I called the local...
And she was at the Marriott?
Yes.
Okay.
I called a local TV station, and they came, and people from the radio, from the newspaper came. And was he ever surprised? And was she ever surprised?
And he was actually in Afghanistan.
In Afghanistan.
Oh.
And he was able to watch it, and when it was over with, he called his wife at the Marriott.
That's a wonderful
story. It was
story.
really neat.
Yeah. So I think it's important that people remember we live in this fast-paced world, and that people remember each other, remember events. Would you ever, for instance, sing at a wedding anniversary party?
Well, as a matter of fact, we sang at my 50th wedding anniversary party in June.
Okay. So you're willing. The sky's the limit.
Mm-hmm.
And you choose what you sing, but you have an arranger. You have somebody who...
Right. We either sing music that's available through the society, usually a modest cost, which someone else has arranged. And as I say, a friend of ours does a number of arrangements for us. But everything that we do sing has been arranged by someone.
Okay, now, you obviously are friends. Are your families supportive and involved in all this as well?
Very much. Yes, very much so.
Yeah, and you rehearse how many times a week?
We rehearse as a chorus every Monday night, and the quartet probably every other week.
Okay, and you're open for engagements?
Yes, indeed.
And are you? I don't like to talk about money on television, but are you expensive?
Well, we think we're worth it. But we usually charge $100 for a half hour.
Okay.
And
that covers all
four
of
of
you.
us.
Yeah.
And $150 for 45 minutes.
Okay. And it can be anything. People will have to specify. If somebody wants to have you at an event, they would have to say what the event is and so you know what is appropriate.
Yes, exactly. And we have a fairly broad repertoire, although it's all barbershopping, but we have a number of hymns that we do in barbershop style, a number of old songs, a number of fairly new songs in barbershop style.
Do you have a favorite?
Well, the one we sang, Beulah Land, is one of our favorites. And another one, Sweet and Lovely, that comes out of the 1930s. And it's a song about a fellow who's walking his best girlfriend home from the movies. And she looks up at him and tells him she loves him. And he gets all embarrassed and so forth. And the next day, it dawns on him what he should have said. So that's when he tells her, "You're sweet and lovely," and so forth. So that's kind of a...
But this is typical. It's unique with America. I don't think there are other countries around the world that have become involved. They may be involved now, but this was our music.
Exactly. And it was written, as I say, when it got to be popular. It started around 1870, particularly in the southeast.
I was going to say, it's kind of a southern thing.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yep, really is. And many of the black quartets that existed in that time had a great deal of influence in how it developed early on. Their harmonies were wonderful, and they started to spread. And as I say, the society started in 1938. And when that started, then it started to spread all around the country.
Okay. And you are part of a bigger group, the Palmetto Statesman Chorus. And so you are unique within that. But the whole chorus is 60 or 70 people, and where do they perform?
Mostly in the upstate.
Okay.
And we also perform in competitions. Our district competition in March, as a matter of fact, is going to be in Charlotte.
Okay.
And then the annual competition this year is going to be in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. That's the international.
And will you be competing in that?
Unlikely. There's a number of, you start competing locally and you work your way up. And by the time you get to the international competition,
you
are really good.
Well, we think you're really good, and we appreciate that you took the time to come and share with us and share your songs. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to sit back and enjoy these wonderful songs. So if we're ready to listen, if you're ready to sing,
okay.
All right, the Court Street Boys.
Last night alone on our way home, you turned and said to me, I love you so and I want to know, what do you think about me, Sweet and lovely, that's what you are to me. Sugar and spice and everything nice, you're all a girl should be. Soon we'll marry, you'll be my blushing bride. I will smile all the while you're by my side. I will smile all the while you're by my side.
I'm kind of
homesick for a country
to which I've
where I've never been before.
No sad goodbye.
Sad goodbyes will there be spoken,
For time won't matter.
time won't matter anymore. Beulah land, I'm longing for you. And someday on thee I'll stand. There my home shall be eternal. Beulah land, sweet Beulah land.
I'm looking now
Across the river,
where my
faith will end in sight.
there's just a
Just a few more days to labor,
then I will
take my heavenly flight. Beulah land, I'm longing for you. And someday on Goodbye, my Coney Island baby. Farewell, my own true love.
My honey,
I'm gonna go away and leave you, never to see you any.
never gonna see you any.
I'm gonna sail upon that ferry boat, never to return again, return again.
So goodbye,
Farewell,
So long forever.
Boom, boom.
goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island. We all fall for some girl that dresses neat, some girl that's got big feet.
We
We meet her on the street, then we'll join the army of married boobs to the altar.
Drop that gun, I'll marry your daughter.
When it's over,
Oh
boy, we get it good. Bachelor days we then recall. Rich man and poor man, beggar man, thief, doctor, lawyer, merchant, chief. We all are bound for. Goodbye, my Coney Island baby. Farewell, my own true love,
my honey.
I'm gonna go away and leave you, never to see you any.
Never gonna see you any.
I'm gonna sail upon that ferry boat, never to return again.
so goodbye, fair.